Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Wanted to bring you another little tips and tricks kind of reminder type video for prepping and survival and that sort of thought process that some of us have, especially the ones watching this video. Obviously you're watching these videos for that reason, and I want to bring you something that I don't know that I've ever seen this little reminder or even talked about in people's preps or things to buy and put back and all that, but so I thought I'd mention it. And it is a barber kit, like for your grooming your hair. And I picked this up at Harbor Freight, and I think it was around the $10 or $12 mark. It was not a whole lot. And then a lot of times, if you keep an eye out, guys, you can get 20% off coupons pretty regular from Harbor Freight, so keep an eye on that, and you can even pick it up even cheaper. But this one in particular is obviously the shears. Then it does come with two sets, or the electric shears, and then it actually comes with two Barber style shears that you can use to trim. And if you want a little bit longer haircut without actually using the others, you can. It comes with some guards, different sizes, and it comes with a little bottle of oil to keep your shears running well. It comes with a little comb there and a little plastic guard for your blades to protect those. But these are things we don't think about a lot of times, and in a crap hits the fan or long-term situation, you're probably not going to be able to go to the local barber shop and get a haircut or trim or any of that. And it's like, well, do I need a haircut in those type of situations? I got more to worry about than my haircut. Well, sort of. And the reason I say that is because you're trying to, A, conserve water, so shorter hair means less time doing that. B, shorter hair is easier to keep clean than longer hair. It doesn't get as oily and dirty and all that, so shorter hair actually works better in those long-term situations where you're going longer times between baths and all that, because you may have to go 3 or 4 days if you're trying to conserve water, and shorter hair works better for that. Shorter hair is also easier to spot things like ticks or anything like that. If you have a head wound, you'll need to, one of the first things doctors do when you have a wound is they shave you. And a lot of times, even like if you have men that have body hair, they'll shave that first before they're ever thinking about the cleaning and the stitching up. So these like this, that comes in handy for a few reasons. And also your animals, if your animal gets a cut or anything, you'll need to shave them and be able to do that. Because this is electric, you will obviously need some type of battery system, inverter, generator, some source of electricity to run these. So, but if you even have a car that runs with an inverter that you've bought, I hope you bought an inverter. If you're into the prepping lifestyle, always have some type of inverter that you can plug into your car, that you can plug in small appliances, hand tools, and or stuff like this. But just some things to think about, because again, services like that are not going to be around, and you need to be able to do these things on your own. And like I said, it's more than just a vain situation, being vain and to look good during a crap hits the fan situation, but also keep in mind that sometimes something like that is literally a morale booster. And it seems strange talking about it now, but I do a lot of history, research in history and stuff like that, and you'd be amazed at the small things back long ago, like say in the 1800s, that people used kind of as a morale booster. It was things that they enjoyed. And even today, people feel better when they go to the barber shop or the beauty shop, as now they call it a salon, but people just feel better about themselves. So again, it can be a morale booster. You could literally, in a crap hits fan, things are bad, you can't get out for services, but you got your prepping community there with you at your retreat, and y'all spend a couple hours giving trims. I know military folks that one of the big morale boosters when you're out in the field for long extended periods of time is one of the guys would drag out the shears and start giving haircuts, and that's always like, oh man, that's awesome. So again, the small things when you're in those situations and there's not a lot going on, not a lot for entertainment, stuff like that, little things like this is actually a morale booster on top of the other things I spoke about already. So anyway, guys, think about stuff like this now. Don't get in a situation where you don't have these things on hand. Again, it's way too cheap not to have it on hand. And you could actually save some money if you wanted to buy. Now this one, if I was going to use this on a regular basis to cut my hair, during good times, I'd probably spend maybe a little more and a little better quality. But I mean, it works fine. I mean, I used it before and whatever, but so, if you wanted to cut your own hair, I think my barber's probably one of the cheaper in town. He's $10, and that's pretty cheap, but I know a lot of guys that are paying $12, $13, $14, $15 for a haircut, and women, of course, pay a whole lot. So, with something like this, you could actually buy and cut your kid's hair maybe with it or something like that, and save your $10 and use that towards your other preps. So this is kind of dual purpose. If you buy it now, you could actually use it potentially, and the money you were spending on haircuts, you could actually use it for prepping money. So for every $10 you save with something like this, you could actually spend it towards something else prepping wise. So anyway, guys, just want to bring us a little short video, like I said, a little reminder and a little tidbits of information that maybe I hadn't thought of, or other people hadn't thought of or said anything about on some videos or anything like that, and just wanted to bring it up. I've never actually seen anybody talk about this, so I thought I'd bring it up to you guys this afternoon. So anyway, as always, like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, please post those below. Be glad to talk about that. If you have experiences, what I'm talking about, always post those. If you have a video that you'd like to see done, also post those, and or send me a private message. Be glad to try putting something together if I'm able. And as always, like, share, and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be bringing you another video in the near future. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.